Rome suffered a long series of internal conflicts, conspiracies, and civil wars from the late 2nd century BC onward, while greatly extending its power beyond Italy. This was the period of the crisis of the Roman Republic. Towards the end of this era, in 44 BC, Julius Caesar was briefly a perpetual dictator before being assassinated. The faction of his assassins was driven from Rome and defeated at the Battle of Philippi in 42 BC by an army led by Mark Antony and Caesar's adopted son Octavian. Antony and Octavian's division of the Roman world between themselves did not last. Octavian's forces defeated those of Mark Antony and Cleopatra at the Battle of Actium in 31 BC, ending the final war of the Roman Republic. In 27 BC, the Senate and people of Rome made Octavian princeps, first citizen, with proconsular imperium, thus beginning the Principate, the first epoch of Roman imperial history, usually dated from 27 BC to 284 AD, and gave him the name Augustus, the Venerated. Though the old constitutional machinery remained in place, Augustus came to predominate it. Although the Republic stood in name, contemporaries of Augustus knew it was just a veil, and that Augustus had all meaningful authority in Rome. Since his rule ended a century of civil wars and began an unprecedented period of peace and prosperity, he was so loved that he came to hold the power of a monarch de facto, if not de jure. During the years of his rule, a new constitutional order emerged, in part organically and in part by design, so that, upon his death, this new constitutional order operated as before, when Tiberius was accepted as the new emperor. The 200 years that began with Augustus's rule is traditionally regarded as the Pax Romana, Roman peace. During this period, the cohesion of the empire was furthered by a degree of social stability and economic prosperity that Rome had never before experienced. Uprisings in the provinces were infrequent but put down mercilessly and swiftly when they occurred. The success of Augustus in establishing principles of dynastic succession was limited by his outliving many talented potential heirs. The Julio-Claudian dynasty lasted for 4 more emperors, Tiberius, Caligula, Claudius, and Nero, before it yielded in 69 AD to the strife-torn year of 4 emperors, from which Vespasian emerged as a victor. Vespasian became the founder of the brief Flavian dynasty, to be followed by the Nerva-Antonine dynasty, which produced the 5 good emperors, Nerva, Trajan, Hadrian, Antoninus Pius, and the philosophically inclined Marcus Aurelius.